He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Nighthawks and the Chargers under the lights on Monday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on the LA Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status of one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to go to the air right away. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. But you look at this defense, this unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Ekeler trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started...
He's got a man complete through the middle of the field and all the way in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Nighthawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this. Got to take care of business first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Right there, right there.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Herbert on first down now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert has got it to Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. It's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Okay, ready? Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Hey, check that street.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, it might... DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Looking deep for Elliott. And that's caught inside the 35. And they rattle off a big one. 52 yards. Back to throw again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C.